And I'm back. So it doesn't take a long time, maybe less than 5 minutes for that to get up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. What is this on? Yeah, that's Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. Let it mellow out in there. As you can see, it's definitely submerged. Still 200 degrees, so I'm just gonna give it a moment for it to get to temperature. Now let's take a look here. See what we got. Still 5.5 ohms at 200 degrees Celsius. So 5.6, so that hasn't changed. And you know what? I'm gonna turn the heat up again, or turn it on again, just so that in low heat, so that we maintain the temperature even if it goes up a little more. I just want to check that on each one to make sure that they are working at the same temp, or are still within the range when they're hot as well. So I'll change to 5.9. Obviously I don't want to get too hot, so the next part is going to be a little sketchy, not because it's a bad thing, but because come back, because I want to make it work. However, I don't want to splatter stuff all over the place. So let's do one. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it's not too messy. Come on. So we just connected to both of the leads again. So now my battery is connected, and I'm gonna put it down here. I'm just gonna use this side here just to check it. So as you can see, you can hear it. That one is working fine, even at 200 plus degrees. So let me turn it off just to make sure it doesn't get too hot. Now let me check this again. Now that it's been there for a little bit, just want to make sure. So we got 6.5 ohms. So it hasn't gone too much. It was 5.5, 6.5. So you get about 1 ohm difference. 1.5. No, 1. Anyways, that's what we want to see. So I'm gonna go with the next one and try not to make too much of a mess. Yeah, I put this on the last video, so that's why I have the cable tie on there. So I'm just gonna grab another one here. Doesn't matter which one. It's just don't want to burn myself here. Let me see. Okay, that's hot. And this is why I cut that, so it's easier for me to take it out. So we'll put it on the next one, and then make sure it doesn't fall off. And put this on here. Let that warm up. So we got 5.4. It's gonna warm up. It's pretty warm. It's still at 200. What do we have? We have I can't see. Almost it's past 200. I know that. So that should be fine. I just want to keep an eye on that. Resistance is going up a little bit. So it's steady at 200. So that's good. Let's see if we can make it work. And we'll come back to it again. So let's grab the battery here. Where's my battery? And make sure you don't touch the leads on the battery. You don't want to short anything. All right. So let's try that. I know they all work, but I haven't done it under the heat or the warm transmission oil. So you can hear it. So that it's working. Let's go back to the multimeter. Obviously, I want to give it a little time for it to warm up to sort of simulate the heat in the car, obviously. So we got 6.4, which is about the same as the other one. So we know that's working. And now it's going down. Temperature is a little bit, just over 200. I turn it off because I don't want to boil that. I just want to make sure it's hot enough for it to simulate the transmission heat. I don't know if that's what it gets up to, or I'm sure it gets pretty hot in there. So at least you're seeing the resistance is going down, it's not going up. Fluid is getting cooled very slowly. That's the good thing about this pan. It actually keeps the heat very well. So that's why I don't want to keep it on. It's still pretty warm, 200 degrees. So it's not changing too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next one. The reason I'm doing this is because, again, these are the spares that I got, and I just want to double check them under this condition before I change them, if I need to change them. We'll find out later on, but this is what we're doing now. So let me do this carefully. Don't need to crush it. So, yep, that's hot. So, definitely simulating the heat of the transmission oil. So that's pretty good because it is pretty hot, even just here. So we're gonna grab another one. Bring it in. Okay, so we got 5.5. Temperature is going down, so I'm going to turn it on again. And go down on the heat, just low heat, just to keep it at around 200. There we go. It's going a little bit below 200. So I put the heat back. Just want to keep doing that until I get them all tested. 5.7. 5.8. All right, let's go ahead and test that. Okay, the heat's still on. It's just below 200. All right, that works. Let's go back to the resistance, or the yeah. See what we got. So we're at 6.3. Still within the same range as the other two. It is 200, just about now, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're looking at, I can't see the Celsius, it's just too darn small. 60, 70, 80. Yeah, make sure you get a big dial on that, because that's just hard to read. I can only see the bigger numbers there. It's just too small. So we're within range. Let's move to the next one. Okay. And by the way, one of the things I did when I took these out, I took a picture of the transmission of the actual solenoid valve piece, and then I went ahead and last night I went ahead and labeled all of them with the engraver. That way I know exactly where they go. So you can see B1 and 28283, number 10. All right, let's move on. Oh, don't forget, these things are pretty warm after you put them in there, so you don't want to burn yourself. But then again, we always forget. Yeah, nice and slow. All right, so we got 5.3, 5.4. And I still have the heat just over 200. So let's give it a moment to let it warm up. Well, let the solenoid warm up. That's already at what is that? Just 210, somewhere around there. All right. So now that that's warmed up, let me go ahead and test it on the battery, which is right here. This is the same battery I've been using, and for something like this, it'll last for a while before you need charging. Okay, so let me go ahead and test that. So that's how I know they're not getting stuck, because they are working. As you can see, they work fine under the oil and the temperature. I mean, in the heater oil. Sorry if I keep repeating myself, just trying to not forget anything. So let's go ahead and check the next one. Not the next one. Let me go back here just to see what we got. So we're at 6.4. Heat is on. Temperature is about 230, 220. So yeah, it's within the same range as the others. I'm gonna turn off the, well, I'm not, yeah, I'm gonna turn off the heat again for now. So let me take that out. Grab another one. Okay. See what we got. What's going on here? Okay, 5.5. Can see the bubbles coming up. All right, let's go ahead and test it under the heat. Well, it would be good if you plug it. So that's working. We know it's good. Temperature is over 200. I have not turned off the, oh yeah, I did turn off the heat. It's still over 200. Okay, go back. So we're at 6.4 ohms. And now it's going back because it's starting to cool. I'm just above 200. So let me turn the heat a little bit again, just to keep it in that range. Okay, low heat. There we go. So now I'm gonna get another one. One, two, three, four, five. And we're gonna do the last one here, number 6. Well, actually I got the other 2 smaller ones, but we'll look into those in a second. Okay. All right, so we got 5.4. I feel like I was missing one, but anyway. So we're at 5.5. That's the starting ohms for the when they're cold. The heat is on. I'm just over 200, I don't know, 220, 30. The reason I'm sort of guessing is because that's just so small. I just see that 200 and then the what is it, 70? I don't know. It's hard to read because it's sort of a convex glass on that. So that's why I get the largest dial you can get for your temperature reader there. So we're at 5.9. Remember, it's hot. All right, we're at 6. So let me go ahead and test that one. While it warms up. Okay, let's go back, see what we got. So we're at 6.7. So again, it hasn't gone too far off from what everything else was, or the other ones. As you can see, I'm definitely turning off the heat because the needle's already pegged past what is that, 220? Oh, that's 220, okay. So the temperature is all the way to the whatever that's going to give me. It's going down now, or staying around the same. Now I got these small ones, but these are different plugs. Let me see, to test this on here. Yeah, I don't have that plug to test them on here, I don't think. Well, okay, that's off. 6.8. So obviously I have the higher temperature on that. I left that a little longer, but as you can see, it stayed at that number. It's not going crazy or anything like that, so I'll take it out. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to splatter hot oil all over you. So I made a little bit of a mess. Just don't make a big mess, and I think you'll be okay. So that's what I have for you on that. Let's see here. Definitely want to check as much as I can on here. However, this might be a little more challenging because I gotta go right on to the part itself here. Let me see. Come on. I'll stick it in there like that. And grab this. Oh, that's not gonna work. So let me take that out. so I can get in there. That's a bad idea. Bad idea. Definitely want to leave the positive on, except for that fact that I don't think I can reach in there. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's gonna be. It's gonna be a little tricky. So we're gonna go this way. And I'm just gonna go in with the probe. Let's see what I got since it's heated. So this one's 12.5. $12.8. I'm still over 200. 12.9. 13. 13.6. Okay, I'm gonna take it out. So that's 14.1 about. Let's get the other one in there. See what we can find. I'm losing it. Come on. Sorry about that. Ugh. Come on. Okay, so I'm about the same. Actually, the heat is off, but it's still around 200 degrees. So I'm just letting it stay in there. So it's about the same as the other one. I don't know what the range for these two are, but I know they're obviously higher than the other ones. Where'd it go? Anyways, I'm just gonna take it out because I keep losing it. And I've already gone 30 minutes showing you just testing. I don't know, what is this? 6 of these? 7, 8? 3, 6, 7, 8. So I apologize for this long, boring video, but I just wanted to show you that whole process of what I did and what the ranges on these are, and the other two that are different, but they're very similar. So I know they work not just outside, but in the hot oil as well. I haven't had any problems. So these are the replacement or the spares that I got. Now on to the other problem that I think this transmission is having. I'm pretty sure the seal inside, not inside the transmissions, but between the shaft, they're old and they need to be replaced, and that's why this is losing oil, hence giving you all the codes that you get and why it won't work correctly. So eventually it looks like that's gonna have to come out, get that replaced and refill, and that pretty much should be okay as far as that, because the transmission does work fine when it has worked fine, and that's something I'm noticing. Obviously I'm going to do the same tests on the other solenoids when this is done or out. I just took the oil out today just to do this test because I didn't have any, and I didn't want to use clean oil, which I already have, to refill it. But this is pretty much the amount that came out from the car, which was about here, and I literally put this whole bottle of Valvoline. This is what I used, and I literally put the whole bottle, and it was just that much. So yeah, there you go. So that's it for now.